Let's play video games!
Hello, and welcome to Hard On Gaming, where the games are hard and so am I. I'm your host, Big Stiffy, and this is Portal Stories, Mel. If you're unfamiliar with this is a community project that was done as somewhat of a prequel to Portal, I guess. So you start off in this area. You're being brought in by train into the portal, into the Aperture Science testing facility, and I guess you're one of the first test subjects, and you get to see a bunch of people walking around who are supposedly the employees, and it's pretty interesting. This is actually the second time I've had to record this. The first time, my recording software was not set to record microphone, so I'm gonna go over the first half of the game. Well, I guess not the first half, but the introduction part. It's not going to be too important. It's all just going to be basically dialogue, but I'm recording it just for the sake of continuity. And there will be a link in the description to skip that, and you can go straight to the actual gameplay part. So, without further ado, let's play a new game. And of course, I am uploading this on Friday because this is a free game, so it fits in perfectly with Free Fridays. The game is entirely free. It's standalone for the most part, as long as you have Portal 2 in your library. So as long as you have that, then you're good to go. So we start off in the train.
Is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson. And boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life, even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military, but I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing, which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait, where are we again? Okay, so, this town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter. Point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be at Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
So yeah, we're in the train. Now, of course, there is a lot of exposition. Probably way more than there needs to be, but, you know, some people like all the extra exposition. I found it a little bit boring myself, but, you know, whatever. I do really like the environments that they've set up and everything.
All right, you're now arriving at Aperture Central Station. Wait, Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? All right, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired. Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office. I can't re-record this.
And here we are. And more loading. So let's just pause and skip through that. And here we are. There's also a lot of loading times. Now, this might be my fault because I didn't actually install the game, or this, yeah, I didn't install this game into my solid state drive, so that might be my fault, but there is a lot of loading time. One thing I really like is just how they've set up the environments and everything. It's one of the things I really liked about Portal 1 and 2. Portal 1 didn't have the environments so much set up, but Portal 2 had absolutely amazing atmosphere. And I think they did pretty alright with this. And they got a lot of nice little touches, like the posters all around advertising things in the old, I guess it would be like 70s, 80s styles. Well, with the graphics and everything. Very cool. I like it. And of course, some of the posters or I should say, are a throwback to the Portal 2 game, where you had the repulsion gel, and it shows you the little cup, because they talked about eating the repulsion gel to lose weight. So here we go.
As I said before, there's a lot we're still working on.
More exposition.
As a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, no. We haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes.
And they even got some new touches, like they have this Aperture Cola thing. Aperture Cola cooled to 3 Kelvin. And each bottle is only 10 cents. So you got Aperture Cola, Repulsion Soda, Speedy Sarsaparilla, Caffeinated Decaf. What is this? Citranium Soda and Regolith Ranja? Rania? That's pretty interesting. And they definitely did set up this environment very well. Oh, look! I didn't even notice this the first time. He's got his eyes open, but he's sleeping. Can't interact with him at all. I like it. I like it a lot. And as I said, you will be able to skip this video because it's all just going to be exposition for the beginning.
Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community. Entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. The last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on.
Yeah, lots and lots of exposition. But everything looks pretty good. Oh, this part actually looks a little bit weird. You got a door to go into, but you can't actually get in there, unless that's supposed to be a part of that building. And this building itself, you can't actually get into. It looks like you can, but there's an invisible wall. Or glass. But no doors. No entry. Which is the same. I'd actually like to see what the rest of that inside looks like. I feel like not enough people actually take the time to just explore and check out all the fine details. Aperture Science Innovators. I like it. It is really pretty weird to actually see this little town built inside of Aperture Labs. I definitely wasn't expecting to see cars or fancy buildings inside a Portal game. Or rather a community-made Portal game. Yeah, I think this is like supposed to be the precursor to Portal before shit hit the fan, I should say. At least I think.
I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than Any test subjects on record? That's not good. Just head for the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
And I do love checking out all these posters. Oh, can't touch that. Carolyn! I don't know if that's a picture from Portal 2 or if that's actually one of the people who helped develop this. Not sure. Propulsion gel, tastes like science. Oh, and you got a magazine rack. Science and technology. Interesting. Pretty cool stuff. And you got some of the stuff that was a throwback to Portal 2. You got all the awards and everything. They had the award showcase in that. Got random documents everywhere. Let's see. Our friend the Gel. Can't go in there. Oh, you can see some more people in there. Can't go in here, unfortunately. I can click that and it makes some static noise, but nothing else happens.
So, at first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
Yeah, we actually got a train coming in with more people. Cool. I really don't mind the scripted events so much. Makes it feel a little bit less isolated and, cut off from the rest of the world like the previous two games were. And there really isn't anything else to check it around here, so onto the elevator we go. And there was a long loading screen just to put us into the environment. Yeah.
That little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine and all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys can kiss my... Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when they threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Vault.
So yeah, in between each stage, even just for this elevator part, there was a loading screen. There was a lot of loading screens in this. But yeah, look at that. Looks pretty cool. But God, just so much exposition. It really gets long-winded after a while.
When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators' short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry. We've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
I gotta say, it does sound like they've got an impersonator for Cave Johnson. Doesn't quite sound like Cave Johnson from Portal 2, but maybe that's just my imagination. Ah, security room. And here we are! Ground floor, and another loading screen. Ah, here we are. Finished loading.
As I said on the last pre-recorded message,
And more exposition.
Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't sleep too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 signs, boys, disappeared, isn't it?
So yeah, they got a nice little fake town set up down here. Very nice. If it wasn't for the pools of corrosive material of unknown origin, I would say that this would be quite a relaxing place to go. But you know, the ever-present fear of falling into a mysterious lake of corrosive material, that would be terrifying. Got a waterfall and everything. They definitely managed to get the atmosphere right. The exposition, could use a lot less. Oh, I can actually go in here. I didn't actually try to go in here the first time. Okay. I guess that's where Master Cave Johnson sits, as he watches the bean counters count the beans. Also, look at the back of this. This has a lot of warning labels. Jesus. It's got everything from biohazard to radioactive hazard. Ooh. And every toilet is out of service. That's a bit concerning, I would think. Gotta figure, what are they doing in those toilets that they're all out of service? Can I go in here? Oh, I can go in here. Okay. Ah, interesting. And here we have some of the original turret prototypes. Pretty cool. Emergency exit. Wear your respirator. I will try to do that. Very cool. You can explore a lot more than I thought you could. And you go upstairs very slowly. Got a bunch of telephones. They must have a lot of secretaries. And none of them are in work today. I guess that's a lot of secretaries that are getting fired, or have previously been fired. And that mug says, hardly working. I can't go in there. Oh, they got some big posters of newspaper clippings. Jesus. Local entrepreneur, buy salt mine. You can go in here, check all this stuff out. Got more mugs, fantastic. What is this? It's like light bars. What is that? I guess it's... I don't know what this room is for. I was gonna say it looks like it's a seminar room or an education room, but it's not. They got cardboard cutouts of flasks and beakers. Very strange. What about over here? Can I go over here? No, can't. Alright. So let's go back to where we're supposed to go. I'm delaying the inevitable. Because there's going to be more talking.
Don't worry, those turrets won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry likes me.
And Crazy Harry is apparently this recurring character who is quite crazy. Oh, would you look at that? Oh? Oh. Oh! You can actually interact with it. Ah! Fantastic! Ah, listen to that. Oh, that's a nice little Easter egg. Some smooth jazz. Alright, here we are. The relaxation vault. And there's really nothing else around here to look at, so in we go.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
Alright, in we go. Time for a nap. And they were courteous enough to give us a little TV to say goodnight. And then they flooded the chamber with noxious gas and we're dead. The end. No, I'm just kidding. What's actually happening is that we're on a really bad acid trip. And we're about to go through the seventh circle of hell, as you can imagine from all these red lights flashing and the sirens. Oh no, wait, it's just the alarms. Nothing to worry about. The acid trip has passed.
Is this thing on?
And we're awake.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got shot okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber, I'll tell you a bit more out there.
Alright, so it looks like everything's gotten quite a bit old. And everything is quite decrepit. So yeah. Up we go.
Don't worry about the heights. Had a few of my scientists make what's called long fall aperture science innovators long fall boots. That was easier to think of than I thought.
So yeah, it looks like things have really gone to hell in a handbasket. Luckily, we have long fall boots. So we can fall without damage. Apparently they were just invented. It's a good thing they work. Alright, so...
Pick that yellow device up. Don't worry, it's not hazardous. I've had the scientists leave you a new device to help you. Yeah, that's right. A new test. Congratulations! You get to test something else now. Double the experiments for you.
So yeah, as you can see, quite a lot of time has passed in between when we first walked into Aperture Labs, first lay down into the relaxation vault. And now, because everything has apparently grown over. So there's even moss on the floor. Cave Johnson has gotten much older. Much, much older. This turret is operational, but out of bullets. Nothing else quite going on. And we have a really old prototype of the portal gun. Look at this.
There's an open door nearby. Shouldn't take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built the building like this.
HPD.
Don't worry about that. It's just a new drilling test we're doing down below. Yeah, to get the salt mines deeper, to get more testing spares in. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that.
So AHPD, Aperture Handheld Portal Device. I guess this was the first one, the prototype. And as you can see, it's kind of shoddily held together. It's got questionable quality make to it. It's got a paper clip bent around the one armature and tape around the other. So it does not look like the most trustworthy thing. They should really improve on that. I guess they will. So, we can make portals now. Got some portable surfaces here. That's not a portable surface, apparently. Even though it looks like one. Yeah. Looks like we got some new rock formations, even. And, portable surface in there. Somebody ought to fix that leak. Should call a plumber.
Don't mind all this too. We just had earthquakes. Lots of earthquakes. Yeah, you get lots of those here in Michigan.
So yeah, I guess we're finally into the game now. So, thank you for joining me through the intro of Portal Stories Mel. Come back next time for some more of the same. I will be uploading this on Friday and going through the whole game until I finish. So, that's about it for this video. And I will, of course, as I said, place a link in the description to link directly to the next video in case you want to skip this. So, take care, Internet. I will see you in space.
A penny saved is a penny earned.